What's up, Internet? This is Andrew, otherwise known as Drewicious. It is late. We're going to do this quick, but we're going to hit it and quit it. We are doing our final series for 2022. Later 2022. We're going to cover the option or the results from yesterday's alerts. We had a couple that hit. We're going to take a look at how those did. We're going to look at what is on my list for tomorrow. And then we're going to go to bed, or at least I am to go to bed. So let's jump into it. Welcome to my basement live. So let's, before we get to it, I need y'all to do me a favor. Click the like button, subscribe if you find me dry and charming, yet worth watching. I don't know. I definitely could have come up with better adjectives that actually describe me. Hairless and cold. We'll work on it. Workshopping it. All right, guys, let's take a look at where we're at today. We've got just a couple things in here before we review what's on the alerts for today. I want to take a quick look at how we did yesterday. Alerts were posted on last night's live video. Only 2 of them hit today. So I think we had, I don't know, maybe like 8 or 9. Only 2 of them went off. We had Square and Tesla both went off today. Square went about 180%. If you managed to catch the majority of it, that is following all of my rules, is kind of maximum contract value from 15 minutes after open to kind of the high of the main move. 180% was possible, and Tesla, that one, I did kind of qualify that we were going to eat up the majority of an average day's move just getting to the alert, and we did. Popped over a little bit more, absolutely more move available tomorrow if the rally continues. We're not sure. Futures are a little bit red at the moment, so they may pop back up or give us a gap to fill and send us. Nobody knows. So that is how things went yesterday. We'll review today's alerts on Tuesday, I think, is our next market day. So that is the review. Let's jump in and take a look at what we came up with tonight. So relatively short list heading into tomorrow. Again, our final trading day of 2022. See ya. And it is also, it's a Friday, so we've got everybody's weeklies are expiring tomorrow, so there should be some shenanigans, some tax adjustments. It's also kind of a short week, and we're heading into another short week, so maybe not full market participation. I really don't know what to expect. Wide chop is my prediction. Maybe another range day. We'll find out. All right, on the list for tomorrow, I carried over a couple. You can see that based on the dates here, I've got FXI is still on the list. We're going to actually run through them. So I'm just going to talk through them real quick. We'll look at the charts and we're going to call it. So on here, I've got FXI, looking at that one. We'll talk about why. Oracle, SLB, BABA, ConAgra, Apple, NVIDIA, SPY, and QQQ, many of the standard option. So we're going to run through from top to bottom. FXI I left on here as a swing. I'll tell you why. We've got this long standing trend line coming down here that has been highly respected. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches on this trend line. So it is a high value trend line so far. We did have a high volume move into it. So we got a strong move into the trend line. We may see a rejection. Who knows? Maybe it's time for us to break out of this pattern, but we do have consolidation here, or an angle coming up here, forming a bit of a wedge or a triangle. And we're just sitting above the MA here. What I'm looking for is a break. Right here, we have a wedge, or I'm sorry, a gap sandwich. So if we have a rejection here, and honestly, you could set an alert somewhere up here if you wanted to play more of the move. I am mostly here to find out if we break through this level of demand here, or supply. I'm sorry, it is demand or support. Right here, then we have a gap, a small baby, and another gap. This one was on the previous one. I'm leaving it on here just in case it shows up again. Enough on that one. Oracle we added tonight. We added this one because it has, I say we like there's other people behind me. I added it tonight. We have TTM is in continuous squeeze on this thing. So we've had a lot of consolidation. You can see there's a lot of inside and outside bars here. So really what we're looking for, again, similar to the last setup, I'm looking for a break of this entire structure. So this could be read a little bit like a diamond top. We've got a bit of a diamond top formation. So if/when things start to tank, this guy looks like it could scoot a bit. I'm also looking at this one. It is a relatively low beta with slow moves. So this would probably be more of a swing play. So again, I'm not expecting a huge move out of it tomorrow, but if you're looking for a safer move play for a longer time range, I would say I'd be looking to this thing for maybe like February or March. Potentially April, if you're looking to catch a larger move here over the course of this thing. So, but this is the level here that I'm looking for before I get interested. So big swing. SLB, this is one that we played quite a bit. This one also consolidating quite a bit. We've got another inside candle here. I'm looking for a break to the upside. It could definitely go the other way. So if you're interested in looking for a downside play on this thing, depending on where oil goes, if this thing drops, I'd probably be looking for a break of like 51.75 somewhere in here, kind of underneath these candles. That could give you some space down here and bring you on down here to this trend line. Again, pretty high value trend line, not as much on the top as on the bottom. We have far more touches down here, but nonetheless it is consolidating, and I'm looking at this top trend line. Either we are going to break above it and get above this previous high and get out of this consolidation, or we're going to bounce off this trend line and fall. We'll find out. BABA stays on the list again. There was a lot of consolidation in China today. PDD is another one. I've actually got a strangle currently in place on that one, but BABA here with a lot of consolidation. Looks like we've got a double inside day, so that is beautiful, and I do expect a move coming out of this thing. If that's either going to be news, that's not what we wanted to do. That's either going to be news or some sort of change in the market over in China. I don't know, COVID related, or I don't know what. There'll be something eventually, and trust me. So just holding the same range here. I'm looking for a break above or below all of this consolidation. Maybe that's tomorrow, maybe it's not. We'll find out. ConAgra I threw on here. The reason that this one made it on here, we've got an outside inside setup here. I'm looking for a breakdown, and just looking at this chart, not 100% sure why. I'll show you why. I put it on here in just a moment. But we are a little bit high on the list here. We could be curling. TTM is coming down. We've got consolidation at the moment. So if this thing breaks, this will be, it's a 0.5 beta. So it is a slow mover, and it is not going to move with as much volatility as the general market. So this is definitely a swing. If you get in, don't get into this thing looking for a big day move. If you get a big move, it will go, because the IV is going to be pretty low on this thing. But here's the reason that I'm looking for a move down on this thing. If we go to the weekly, we are at a triple top over quite a bit of time, going back to August of 21. So we are at a spot here that has rejected pretty faithfully twice before. Could be one more here. So that is what I'm looking for on ConAgra. This is, again, a longer term swing that you can put in place as kind of a, let's not keep a real close eye on it every day. If it goes down, it looks like there's plenty of room for it to come down here. In fact, there's a kind of a trend line coming up here. So really probably be looking for something to come down into about this range would be what I'd be expecting if this thing does start to head downward. Apple, I did start a put position out in February today on this one, but I do think that there's more short-term move up possible. We had an inside day. We got a couple of twin wicks up here, so that is some sell pressure, indicating that we could continue to move down. We're kind of sitting right here at this lower trend line. There's a bunch of stuff going on here, a lot of traffic going on from a trend line perspective, but if we manage to get above, if this candle, which is sitting relatively close to the high of this candle, if we do manage to get this break here, and I went ahead and set my alert above this other candle right next to it, so that would be breaking the parent candle and this guy here, we have room to get up to the top of this candle and this candle here as well. So I do think that a move up here is possible if the rally continues tomorrow. Otherwise, we need to kind of keep an eye on what's going on here. And as I said, I do have a put position for a little bit further out, because I am expecting this thing to come down here eventually. NVIDIA, I added in. We had a strong day today. Tech did outperform S&P, or the Qs did outperform S&P. So NVIDIA, if it does manage to get above the previous day's high, we have room to get up here. Average range about $7.50 a day. So if it is a straight move up, we definitely have the ability to get up to the top of this candle somewhere in this range here. So looking for continuation if the rally continues. We did not have high volume here because we're not getting full market participation this week. So, you know, I'm not holding my breath on this one, but it is the move that I see here. I'm not as interested in a move down here because we have to burn a bunch of range to get down to the bottom of this range, get down to the bottom of this move. So move up is the only thing I'm really looking at tomorrow, unless it gets real bloody for some reason. And then a couple I'll throw in here just for SPY and QQQ. We do have this diamond bottom, potential diamond bottom forming here still. So you can see that we've got kind of a nice round bottom here. Don't take me to HR for that one. I'm just talking about the chart. So this could potentially, we did kind of clear a couple of previous day highs. So if we continue this move up and we manage to get over these, we may just kind of get up to these wicks here. You can see that both of these wicks are kind of tapped out here right around 386.25. So if we break that, we can get to the top of this wick, 387. If we get above that 387, 388 space over there, we definitely have some room to squeeze upward. So if we get a big move tomorrow, those are the levels I'll be looking at, just simply based on what we've been doing recently and where the price rejected. Taking a quick look at QQQ. Sorry, this one is all marked up. But similar type of setup. It's not nearly the double or the diamond formation that's kind of forming on SPY at the moment, but you can see that we have our high of day here. We've cleared the previous 2 days. We're now about to get into the high of this day here. So if we do, I do just have the break of this candle. We need to keep an eye on 268 or so. If we get above 268, then we have room to move up here to around 270. So we can see a nice move tomorrow. And honestly, this one, we got about a $6.50 range on this thing. So it is definitely possible that we can get well above that level as well if we do see a continuation with some volume. For smaller accounts, I know that you guys hear me talk about this all the time. We're going to go take a quick look at TQQQ. I don't have the alerts on here as well, but it is a similar type of setup as QQQ. You can play it in a very similar manner. It's excellent. The premiums are lower, and it's a great way to still get a reliably moving ticker that respects patterns and, generally speaking, helps articulate the market experience. Same type of thing. If we break this candle here, we do have a chance of getting over that wick there and then up here as well. So that would be if we see a break of about 17.5, we can see up to about 17.75, and if we break that, we can get up to 18.25. So those are all playable as well. All right, guys, that is all I have for you tonight. I hope that you are able to get some plays out of this tomorrow. And I hope you have a great market day. And I hope that the end of 2022 is, I don't know, as exciting, less exciting. It depends on really what your 2022 is like. But I hope tomorrow goes great. I hope your New Year's is awesome. And I will see you all in 2023 for the Great Market Reset. I'm sure it will be delightful. All right, everybody. Have a great one. We'll talk soon. Bye.